Hey, all of my infinite beings and friends, welcome back to Infinite Wisdom. And today, we're discussing being grounded.
Afternoon.
Now, I know, guys, to be honest, when you first start your awakening, grounding is literally one of the worst things to keep intact. I'm not gonna lie, at all, okay? It is one of the worst things to keep going. And to keep stable. But the reason that is because you're not stable. And what I mean by you're not stable is that there are things that need to be taken care of before you can be fully done that. Before you can be fully grounded. And it's stressful because it's like people keep telling you, you're looking at things and you're talking to people and people are saying, well, you need to find your center, you need to ground yourself, And with that being said, it's a lot easier said than done. Especially if you don't work on yourself. To be grounded, we all need to really keep our meditation processes going. We need to stay healthy, and we also need to try to connect ourselves more and be out in nature, be outside. Just get up and go take a walk. And a lot of that can be sometimes when not being grounded can sometimes affect your entire awakening process, and it can make you feel literally like shit. It can make you feel almost as if you're like the worst person in the world, and it's just like sometimes it's like you feel like you're dying inside and you don't know why. You feel like someone hit you over the head with a bottle and you just woke up and you're groggy and you feel all over the place. You feel confused, you feel lost. And those are some of the feelings that you get when you can't ground yourself. Being grounded means that you're stable. Being grounded means that you have some sort of control for yourself, right? Being grounded means we got some parts of ourselves that are actually working together instead of fighting each other. And again, like I said, it's a lot harder to do it than it is to say it, guys. And I know personally, do not think I don't know, because please trust me, I do. I know 100%. And honestly, this process, I felt so ungrounded so many times throughout this process. It literally drives me insane, and I know it does for you guys as well. It's crazy, guys. I just don't understand how you can just be so ungrounded. But then again, I sat there and I was thinking to myself, it's just like, maybe there's something else inside of me that I still need to work on, right? When you feel ungrounded or you don't feel stable, don't think of it as you're not doing anything you need to do. Don't think about it as you're not where you need to be. Because honestly, you are exactly where you need to be. The universe has you in this situation for a reason, and it's to teach you, right? We have to always realize that everything that we're going through, everything that we're doing is only to teach us. It's only to improve us for the future. And we have to realize that. But like I said, if there's times where sometimes it's like it's hard to realize, right? It's hard as fuck to realize this stuff, and it's just like, all right, can you give me a break or something? Can we take a quick one real quick? Can I get a water break? Something, right? Can we get a water break in here? And we understand. It's frustrating because it's like when you're grounded and then you, like, the next day or the next week, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, did somebody drug me last night? What's happening here? What's going on? Why I feel like this? Why I feel so weird? But maybe we need to think about it, right? Why am I ungrounded? What didn't I do last week, right? Did I do my meditations last week? Did I really release all of the pain and the emotions that I had bottled up inside of me? Am I still holding emotions? Am I still taking emotions from my current situations and letting them control me instead of me controlling them? And it's definitely possible, guys, because trust me, I've been through it. Literally, I've been through it, guys. And sometimes we just need to take a step back. And for me personally, I noticed I noticed that when I felt ungrounded, it was maybe just because of I'm pushing too much, right? I'm trying to force myself to be a certain way before the time. When I felt ungrounded, it was because I didn't meditate, right? When I felt ungrounded, it was because I wasn't patient. When I felt ungrounded, it was because there were things that I still needed to release and let go. And there were situations that were still holding me back from being my stable self, from being my nurtured self. We have to remember that we have to keep up with the habits, right? We have to keep up with the Kardashians, right? Like they say, we got to keep up with the Kardashians, okay? We got to keep it going, right? But if we don't keep going and we don't be consistent and we start to slip, that's when we start to lose our stability. That's when we start to lose our ground. That's when we start to lose, the level that we're on, and we fall backwards. But it's okay to fall backwards because you learn from falling backwards. But it's okay to not be grounded because then you can start realizing in the future when this happens again, what did you do before, prior? What did that teach you? How did that make you feel? Do you want to feel that way again? If no, right? You learn. Because you don't ever want to make that mistake again, right? You don't ever want to make that feeling again. And even if you do make that mistake again, maybe there was just something that you missed, right? And honestly, guys, I would say being grounded has a lot to do with getting rest. It really does. It has a lot to do with getting rest and just going with the flow. Because when you don't get enough rest, and honestly, you can say this about anything in your day-to-day, right? When you don't get enough rest and you get up the next day and you go to work, you only had 4 hours of sleep, and you go on to work the next day, you're going to be an angry cookie at work. I'm not lying, okay? You're going to be an angry cookie, okay? Yeah. You ain't get enough sleep, you only had 30 minutes of sleep, you're kids in the living room making all types of noise, right? Now you're an angry parent, right? You're unstable. You're unbalanced. You can't find your middle ground, right? But we need to understand why we're in this situation. We need to start understanding that. We need to focus, guys. We need to focus on what part of us is changing, right? When you start seeing yourself in a different aspect, everything looks like a different view. You start to realize your sleeping habits. You start to realize your eating habits. You start to realize the different emotions that you have. You start to understand that life is life and there's nothing you can do to change anything in it. Because it's all going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. But it's your choice to focus on yourself in order to make that life an even better life than it could be. Because when you're ungrounded, you're imbalanced, and you're going through life, everything seems like it's chaotic. Everything seems like it's going awry. Everything seems as if you just can't handle it. But even though you can handle it, it's because you're not grounded that you don't feel stable. You feel like if you're on that ledge, you're going to fall off. But I just want you to wake up every day, guys. And I want you to know that it's okay. That this is here to teach you. It's here to wake you up. It's here to show you something that you couldn't realize before. You know, guys, I really want to hear your opinions, your thoughts about the things that I say. You know, the different things that we all go through. You know, if you have any specific things that you would like me to talk about, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel. I want to discuss this. We want to discuss this because I know you guys want to discuss this. Talk to me. You have to find your balance. You have to find your center, your control. Once you find your center and your control and you have faith in everything that you are and what you will become, there's nothing that's going to be able to stop you. There's nothing. Because you'll be able to realize within seconds when something's wrong. Or you'll be able to realize within minutes when something in your life is going astray. Because you've had that experience. You've had that situation. But once you go through it, now it's the time to think about what you've done. Let's think about it. Why am I feeling weird this week? Right? Let's think about it. Did I do something different this week? Did I let someone else control what I was thinking this week? Did I fall into a ploy and a trap of not understanding myself? But that's for you to understand, guys. Now, you know that I can go on and on and on and on. But you know what I tell them? You want my light? You can't have it. But I'm going to leave that right there for you guys. All right, guys. Peace, love, and happiness. And we out.